suffered a 104-99 defeat to Toronto Raptors. Philadelphia Sixers were also on the receiving end, going down 128-101 to Boston Celtics. In the Western Conference, Dallas Mavericks got the better of LA Clippers 127-114. Utah Jazz 124-105 winners over Denver Nuggets. So after the Philadelphia Sixers defeat, main man Joel Embiid said their opponents were better than them. Joel said that Boston Celtics were pretty good at transition, especially at the start of that third quarter. We should play at our pace if you want to run or if you want to play slow. It calls for different guys. He was quoted as saying. Now still in the NBA, Dallas Mavericks man Luka Doncic records breaking continues after he broke the record for the highest points on playoff debut in his last game. Yesterday he surpassed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to become the first player since the NBA and ABA major in the NBA playoff history to score 70 points through his first 2 career playoff games. George Mikan scored 75 in his first 2 playoff games for the ABA back in 1949. Now over to some football. Zimbabwe must brace for the possibility of return to international football in November. This is after the Confederation of African Football set that initial deadline before the forced coronavirus crisis break. Zimbabwe were running against time to ensure at least one stadium can be approved to host international matches. Now this heralds more challenges for the country's football association. The return, however, will be dependent on authorities across the continent providing the final say. Zimbabwe are in the same AFCON group with Algeria, Zambia, Botswana in the 2022 World Cup qualifiers set to begin in May. Zimbabwe will face Ethiopia, Ghana and South Africa in Group G. Warriors coach Zdravko Lugarusic talks about what he needs to do to prepare for these upcoming matches.
Now that means everything what was before, it's a story. We have to start new things because each of us, we have different, we are different. And some of us can adapt very quickly back on the same form. Some of us maybe, or some of our players, maybe they need a more time to come back in the form we remember them before Corona. That means now it's completely new story where I have to use all of my experience, knowledge, education and everything, plus with a good assistance from my assistant coaches and the people which are working with me to try to see who can produce in that moment when we need them to produce, not who was producing last year or year before. Anyway, will be very interesting, will be also complicated. It's a challenge and I hope we're gonna face the challenge properly and to find who can help us in the right moment, in the right time when we need them.
Now over to the Premier League has confirmed fixtures for the 2021-2021 and will get underway on the 12th of September, ending on the 23rd of May 2021. Champions Liverpool will kick off the defence of their title against promoted Leeds United. Elsewhere on the opening day, there is a London derby between newly promoted Fulham and Arsenal, while the first Monday fixtures of the season see Brighton host Chelsea and Wolves visit Sheffield United. Finally, on the opening weekend, Crystal Palace meets Southampton, Tottenham take on Everton and Newcastle go to West Ham. Now, Manchester City are understood to be close to completing the $63 million signing of Napoli's Kalidou Koulibaly. Pep Guardiola has already landed Nathan Ake this summer for $41 million, but wants another central defender with his side having struggled at the back since Vincent Kompany departed in 2019. Tottenham could bring Gareth Bale back to North London this summer, with Jose Mourinho reportedly keen on signing the Real Madrid outcast. Bale, the Welsh superstar, appears to have no future in Spain as his relationship with Real manager Zinedine Zidane has broken down. Manchester United may be open to offering goalkeeper Sergio Romero to Aston Villa as part of a swap deal for England midfielder Jack Grealish. The Daily Mail says the move would then leave Dean Henderson and David De Gea to battle it out for the #1 spot. The Mail also reports Wolves are willing to listen to offers for winger Adama Traore, despite the 24-year-old having 3 years left on his contract. Although the club is under pressure to sell Traore, they are not believed to have entirely discounted the idea, providing the right deal comes along. Liverpool are said to be prepared to sell midfielder Marko Grujic and winger Harry Wilson in the summer in order to raise some funds, according to the Daily Mirror. The club are hoping for the duel to boost their coffers by around $40 million. And for Chelsea fans, this could be the week it happens. The week Kai Havertz finally completes his move to Stamford Bridge. According to The Telegraph, the German ace will shortly sign for the Blues on a 5-year deal, as long as Chelsea and Bayer Leverkusen can reach an agreement over the transfer fee. The Telegraph also say PSG captain and centre-back Thiago Silva has been offered to Chelsea on a free transfer, with the veteran defender leaving the French Giants after this weekend's Champions League final. There is also Chelsea interest in Federico Bernardeschi, the Juventus winger, although they face competition from Atletico Madrid, who also want to sign the Italian international. And finally, there are rumors that Olivier Giroud could leave the Blues this summer, having nearly departed Stamford Bridge during the January transfer window. Lazio wanted the France ace then, and their interest in Giroud has been renewed, as Chelsea are said to be willing to sell him now. They have added Timo Werner and to complement Tammy Abraham in attack. Now, Bayern Munich fullback Alphonso Davies could become the first Canada international to play in the UEFA Champions League after he inspired Bayern Munich in this season's campaign. After brushing aside Lyon last night, the left-back said reaching the Champions League final is a dream come true. The 19-year-old joined Bayern from Vancouver Whitecaps in 2019. Bayern are set to face PSG in the final. When we come back, you are watching the trending and exciting stuff on social media.
You have the healthy authorities and the other responsible authorities. I believe those are the people with the type of information or knowledge that we don't have, general people. So if we respect the recommendations and rules, I think that's the best we can do. There's no need to panic, because I believe this is not the first pandemic, and it's probably not the last, So things like this have been there, and who knows, maybe they'll be there again in the future. So just stay calm and don't panic, and follow follow and respect the rules of the authorities. And I think it will be all right, one people, one fight, then we stay strong together.
You are watching Sports Daily here on ZTN. Now, to start off our weird and wacky, today we'll be showing you more funny throwbacks and Thursday throwback clips. Now, it is difficult to play football in windy conditions. It's not easy even for the coaches and linesmen. Wind had a lot of gash and power into that goalpost. Now, each and every action has got an opposite reaction to it. This is what I mean. Could have said it's karma, but we didn't know what he had done before. Now, we hadn't seen a lot of content from the Pong Master of late. Here is his latest clip. Quite some unique skill there from the Pong Master. Now, Sports Daily family, can you tell me, is this talent or just a pompous dribbler? No, definitely a pompous dribbler in my book. Remember, you are watching Sports Daily here on ZTN. You can follow us on Twitter. We are at ZTN News. Our Facebook page is Zimpapers TV Network. On YouTube, we are ZTN. And lastly, you can check out more content on our website, which is www.ztn.co.zw.
Coronavirus is a threat to all humanity. It has killed over 350,000 people so far, and many others are in quarantine away from their loved ones. We are fortunate to be alive, but no one knows how and when the virus will strike closer to home. You and I are each other's keeper. With winter upon us, let's ensure that none of us will be exposed to the elements that make us vulnerable to COVID-19. Let's help those in need by contributing to the Zimpapers COVID-19 Fund. The proceeds will go towards equipping underdeveloped health centers and communities. To contribute, dial or SMS the following numbers on your screen. Remember, if we stand together, we win together.
Some more PSL news. The Zimbabwe 2020 PSL season remains in doubt despite some African leagues having soldiered on in the face of COVID-19 challenges. There's no light at the end of the tunnel. This has not been made any better by the mother body Ziva, painting gloom pictures. So, what are the views of the players who are mostly affected? We spoke to RS City midfielder Moses Mchenje on whether they can take the risk in the absence of the required full resources.
As much as we want to get back in field, but I don't think it's a wise decision either, because my lives do the matter most, and could it get a ground in time soon? Considering my cases around I don't think it's a wise decision.
Now, the biggest challenge for most PSL players have been how to keep fit. The coronavirus restrictions made it difficult for some to access gyms. Mchenje talks about his ordeal.
Yeah, I'm trying my best to keep fit. I'm saying my guys to yoga and I'm back at gym. They are helping us a lot to maintain our fitness.
Well, there is no doubt top academies in the country have been affected. The players cannot at this stage stay at club houses, but with their parents, Mchenje, who also came through a proper academy system, gives encouragement to the upcoming players.
They mustn't stop training because, like you said earlier on, anytime soon it's not going to go soccer board. So I'm urging all athletes to keep training as much as they can, because anytime soon you never know. Maybe we'll be back in the field. So they mustn't stop training. They should keep training. It's good for them.
Now, the biggest challenge in Zimbabwe football has been the issue of lack of maintenance of stadiums. Will there be a way out? What do the players think?
I wouldn't want to dwell much on my pitch, but as far as I'm concerned, I'm sure these guys. Period from April up to now, I'm sure they were able to maintain my stadiums. So hopefully, Pachatango, they will be in a better state.
Now over to some athletics. National high jump champion Nyaradzi Chadenga is not slowing down despite the COVID-19 restrictions taking a toll on athletics. This week, the star told ZTN that he is training and he has greatly improved. I'm getting stronger each day. For now, me and my coach Keegan Cook are just making sure the body will be ready when it's time to compete, he said. Well, that's all we had for today on Sports Daily. We are back again tomorrow for another rundown of what's happening in the sporting world. My name is Lance Yande. Remember to stay true to yourself in 2020. Thanks for watching.